Welcome once again to Chelan County Connection. I'm your host, Randy Rhodes. Today, our very special guest, Jon Davies. Jon, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Jon, you were the coordinated entry lead at Chelan County. Tell us about your job.
Well, I started training in June of 2024, so I've been with the county for almost a year now. I really enjoy working with the Homeless Housing Network. We run coordinated entry for Chelan and Douglas counties. We basically link members of our community experiencing homelessness to resources in our area. As the coordinated entry lead, I work in a team of 4 people that assess and refer clients to programs that offer help. We field a lot of phone calls and in-person visits between 9 and 5.
What is your day-to-day job like?
Well, I chose this job because I wanted to give back to the community. I struggled with homelessness myself, and I received help through coordinated entry when I couldn't find affordable housing to rent. After I found stable housing, I chose to volunteer with the Chelan Douglas Homeless Housing Task Force and was selected as the alternate lived experience chair. I attended a few task force meetings and workshops on the 5-year homeless housing plan. I saw how committed other members of the task force were to combating homelessness. And when the position for coordinated entry became available, it felt like a great fit for me to work full time on the issues surrounding homelessness. So I applied and I resigned my position from the homeless housing task force. And really, the best part of the job is finding people a safe place to stay, whether it's a transitional or permanent place. I remember the stress of not knowing where to go at night to sleep, and I try to meet each member of our community with compassion and understanding.
So, Jon, having experienced this, do you think that's part of why you enjoy your job so much?
Definitely. I remember being down and out, and we see a lot of people who are not having a good day, but we try to bring a little brightness and bring some hope into the situation.
So, Jon, you've been with the county since it brought the coordinated entry program in house last year. A couple of things. First, can you briefly remind our viewers what coordinated entry is, who it
Yeah, sure.
serves, and, now that you have a physical location, how has that changed things?
Yeah. So basically, I tell our clients that we are, at our core, a referral service. We're here to provide an entry point for anyone residing in Chelan and Douglas counties who finds themselves experiencing homelessness. We provide information on available resources and we offer diversion suggestions to help clients problem solve to find housing. We have information on our local emergency shelters, transitional housing, rapid rehousing programs, and permanent supportive housing. We help clients connect with the housing options that they are a good candidate for. We work with our partner agencies by maintaining a referral list prioritized by the vulnerability to the negative impacts of homelessness. When there's an opening into a housing program, our partner agencies request the next client in line, and we keep a dynamic list, and the clients may be good candidates for multiple programs. We also refer to programs that provide rent assistance. Residents of Chelan and Douglas counties who are behind on rent can apply online at www.cewenatchee.com. And I feel it's also important to state what we do not do. We are not an apartment finding service. Clients are encouraged to look for housing that they can afford.
Jon, I was wondering, and I mentioned a little bit earlier, for the longest time, coordinated entry was only available online or by telephone. Now you've got a office at Link Transit's Columbia Station. You've been there nearly a year. Has that been any kind of a game changer having the physical office there?
We have a really great team at the Link bus station. Link has made us feel very welcome. We moved into our location in July, like you said, and we found that being accessible brought in many clients who may not be comfortable applying on the telephone. Some clients don't even have a telephone or have a hard time keeping track of one for very long. We are a team of 4, and so we have 2 administrative specialists, Thais and Marta, who handle assessments and diversions from homelessness. And we also have an outreach lead, Juan, who goes by to our partner agencies to their locations to connect with community members on site. Meeting people where they are is very important to us, and I feel like having a physical location really enables that to happen.
Well, and you can do the face-to-face thing.
Yeah.
Say, Jon, you have some statistics you'd like to share with our viewership today. Let's get into how many people coordinated entry has been in contact with since Jan 1.
Yeah, so from the beginning of this year, January 1st to today, we have had 838 clients experiencing homelessness enrolled in coordinated entry, and about 400 households have applied for rent assistance.
Now, as far as age groups, demographics, gender, I'm sure there must be some veterans in there. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yes, so our largest group is between the ages of 35 and 44. There's about 169 residents enrolled at that age group. We also have about 57 residents over the age of 62. Our clients are split almost evenly between men and women, and one of our smallest demographics is veterans. We have 12 veterans enrolled, which is still too many.
Jon Davies, our guest, the coordinated entry lead at Chelan County. Jon, something else came to mind. Is there a certain percentage that report maybe mental health issues or substance abuse at all?
Yes, there are. We do track that. It's self-report, so we're not clinicians, we're not diagnosing anyone. But about 45% of the people enrolled self-report a mental health disorder, and just under 25 report substance use disorder. And these may be people in active addiction or people in recovery.
Is there a percentage, Jon, that are chronically homeless?
Yes, out of our clients, we have about 18% of people enrolled during this time report chronic homelessness, which is homelessness lasting a year or more, or multiple times spent homeless over the past 3 years, adding up to 12 months.
Say, Jon, with moving into the new office, you've also added more outreach, which is always great. Tell us how you're meeting people in the community that may need your housing service.
Yes, we are excited to be fully staffed and offering outreach hours to the community. Our outreach lead, Juan Luisa, has scheduled weekly times on site with many of our partner agencies, as well as at the Wenatchee Public Library. Meeting people where they are is very important to us, and the Link bus station is a great location for members of our community that utilize public transportation. We also realize that there are people who experience difficulty in traveling. So when Juan shows up in person at places like the Wenatchee Rescue Mission, the YWCA Thrift Store, and Lighthouse Christian Ministries, that increases the accessibility of coordinated entry. We really hope that Juan's time on site will foster communication and encourage clients to keep us updated with their current situations. There's many parameters that go into each program, and a change in circumstance can affect a client's eligibility for an individual program.
Now, I'm told that there are quarterly outreach events that are going on, and would you mind sharing with us how the last one went?
Yeah, we're involved with quarterly resource fairs, and they take place at the Lighthouse Christian Ministries. The next event is on Thursday, July 24th from 8 to noon at 410 South Columbia Street. And this is an opportunity for our partner agencies to provide resources to the community and share what programs are available to clients who may not feel comfortable asking for help.
Jon Davies, our guest on Chelan County Connection. Jon is the coordinated entry lead at Chelan County. And Jon, we really appreciate you bringing all this to the forefront.
Earlier, I touched on my experience with homelessness. I spent some time in my car and then outside. That was hard. I leaned on family and friends until I wore out my welcome and ran out of places to go. And not having a safe place for myself, let alone my personal belongings, is something I never want to experience again. And I want to help others to get out of that experience. So I take each interaction with our community members seriously, and I want to help them find a housing solution, even if it is just temporary. Our transitional housing partners are key to the work that we do. We practice progressive engagement, which is engaging in problem solving conversations with the client, referrals to resources, basically tailoring support and meeting the clients where they are. And we hope to collaborate with them to find a solution. We're not doing it for them, we want to work with them. I know it can be hard to ask for help, and I know each person has their own story. Homelessness is an issue countrywide, and it's a hard problem. And I hope that by working together, both with clients and agencies, we can bring safety and security to our community.
Jon, I can assure you that you and your staff are doing such a great thing for our community, both the Chelan and Douglas County folks that need all that help. Are there any final thoughts before we cut you loose today?
Yeah, I want to give a big thank you to our partner agencies for providing support to support our community needs. A quick list is the Women's Resource Center, Community Action Council, the YWCA, Sage Advocacy Center, Catholic Charities, Hope Source, Lighthouse Christian Ministries, and the Wenatchee Rescue Mission, just to name a few.
I just want to say thank you, and I want to thank you for joining us today on Chelan County Connection.
Thank you, Randy. It was a pleasure.